That's What He Said with Cedric D. Sanders.
100% real, raw, and uncut. Deadass.
Hello, my name is Cedric, and along with my beautiful wife, Connie, we'll be hosting my brand new podcast, That's What I Said. I'm a retired Navy veteran that suffers from PTSD and anxiety, and we'll discuss how I cope with the mental illness through comedy and discussion. It's a podcast that will talk about everything from cryptocurrency to comedy. If we're worrying about the dollar going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's still a dollar, guess what? The value of that means absolutely nothing. Cryptocurrency in itself is the future of money. From spirituality to cannabis. To have cannabis on the Schedule 1 list is bullshit. I'm sorry, it is. It makes absolutely no sense. If it's a seed that can be planted and it has healing properties in it, why the hell is it in Schedule 1? Last time I checked, cocaine don't have a healing property in it. From interracial relationships, I don't have a problem with people talking about interracial relationships. People try to talk bad about my interracial relationship just to think that they can get under my skin. I mean, really, it don't bother me. I mean, let's not make, call a spade a spade. But if you have a problem with someone that's in love, it shouldn't matter the race of the person. It's mental illness in our community. The problem is people want to put labels on it. Everybody wants to put color on everything. And as soon as you put color on it, it gets treated differently. The money gets treated funny. Because if it's dealing with Asians, guess what? It's going to take a longer process unless those leaders step up and get into the president's face or U.S. leaders' face and say, this is a problem in our community. Not leaving one topic unturned. If you want to hear real, authentic conversation, interviews, and comedy, please take time to listen to That's What I Said, because I said what I said.
Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filter. Listen to That's What I Said. Available on your favorite podcast platform.
Welcome to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Giving you 100% authentic, real, raw, unapologetic truth with no filters. This broadcast starts now.
What's good? What is good, man? It's hot.
What's good?
I ain't even trying to say what's up to nobody. It's hot. Like,
Yeah.
it's hell hot.
I was just about to say it's hell hot over here.
I don't know what the heck's going on, but it is hot. Man, what's good, y'all?
And the humidity out of control.
Mm-hmm. Anything above 50% is ridiculous. Like, I don't care who it is, what it is, where you is, what it is. If anything in the vicinity of your dew point is above that percentage, it's not gonna be the business. But what's good, everybody? Hope everybody's enjoying this hot, humid Tuesday. Hope if We have people that's in Eastern Texas that they evacuated because of the hurricane. It's been just a busy, hot weekend.
Yeah, for real.
Man, it just kept I don't know. It seemed like it's getting busier and busier.
Right.
And this heat too. I mean, it's distraction because you can't, even if you want to go outside to try to get some fresh air, it ain't nothing fresh about the air. It's hot. I mean,
There's no such thing as fresh air with this heat
it's
and this humidity. Hell no.
No, it's just hot. It's like you basically come outside and you just open the sock over your nose and inhale.
Yeah.
It's hot. It's like something is deadly over your nose and it can't be stopped.
No.
But I think it's gotten to the point now where it's just disrespectful.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, 1 or 2 days, okay.
Yeah.
1 or 2 weeks, you pissing me off now at this point. It's supposed to come and go. Weather's supposed to just come and go. It's supposed to be hot and then it's supposed to cool down. But be hot, cool down. You know, a couple days and then it's supposed to cool down. No, it cools down and then we have thunderstorms. That's the only cool down we have is when it's raining outside and it's thunderstorms. You can't get nothing done when it's raining outside. And then you can't get nothing done when you have a heat advisory.
For days on end.
Yeah, and it's like, it don't make no sense. And I understand you're trying to take care of the older people in the community, but damn.
Yeah, what are we on? Like our 4th heat advisory day?
No, it's been more than that.
Whew.
It's been more than that because we've been back-to-back days. Now we're on back-to-back days because
again,
it was Monday, now we Tuesday, and it's supposed to go on to Wednesday. They don't know what's going on Thursday so much.
Yeah, not yet.
You know, but they know what's going on Friday. They said Friday, y'all going to cool down in the 80s, but it's going to rain. Well, shit, you said it was supposed to rain anyway here, and it's still 91, 96 outside.
Mm-hmm.
This weather's tripping.
Yeah, for real.
And I know I'm talking like I'm blaming the meteorologist. No, I'm really not. But it's disrespectful.
Yes, absolutely.
But topic tonight, if I told you so, was a person. If I told you so, was a person. And I can't necessarily I can't take credit for what we're talking about because I made the topic, right?
Absolutely.
But
you done did it.
It's I think for me this topic is kind of not in the direction what people gonna think it's gonna go, because a lot of times you want to tell people stuff that you don't think that it will come back to haunt them or come back to a moment in your peaceful life where you have to actually take peace for the opportunity to understand exactly what that person was saying and if it's true or not. Because if you would have listened, you know, whatever, you know, you could have been ahead, or, you know, you'd have had a better awareness or better prepared for certain situations that people keep telling you that may or may happen because of the direction of whatever. Yet I've heard so many different scams and so many different conspiracy theories and lies. Why should I believe what you're saying? Why are you be any different? Maybe because I'm showing you proof, dumbass. How many years have I been talking about precious metals? That don't nobody, that people, I have more followers that don't listen to the podcast, but see my post on Facebook. Don't listen or see it. Don't listen or see the podcast, but they may have like seen a post and may or may not even have reacted to it, but will bring it up when they see me. And like, it's not a negative thing. It just shows people paying attention. Certain people don't need to like and don't need to necessarily share or even view or listen to your podcast.
Right.
If you're putting it out there for a certain group of people to actually pay attention to, they're going to pay attention to it in silence. And it's not necessarily about them feeling embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's in silence. They may be just chilling and don't want to interact with a bunch of people.
Right.
And they just chilling. That's the purpose of a podcast. It's the purpose of being able to listen to something outside of what you are normally listening to. They say people spend more time on their phones than they do in the bed.
Damn.
Sleeping. Let me clarify. Resting. And that's, to me, that's an issue, especially if you're not able to be some type of detour from the social media situations that a lot of people get tied up in. Not to say that all of them are good, not saying that all of them are bad. All I'm saying is if you could be a deflection in a direction that's going to purposely put someone into a more positive situation, why wouldn't you do it? Or why wouldn't you take the opportunity to do it? Doesn't matter who's listening or looking or whatever. It may be just that one.
Yeah.
So,
because all you need is one.
So for that one, this may not even apply to you.
True. Very true. But they could still share it with somebody that they know.
I mean, you're right. But at the end of the day, if I say something or mention something that I think could happen, good, bad, or indifferent, and then that same said conversation that I had on a podcast or a post I did or whatever comes true,
you're going to cry in the car.
Yeah.
Let me sip my water.
You're right.
Because a lot of times, let me not say that. If you have the courage and the do without to say, I want to do something to inform people and be a personality that's different and not like the norm or not like anybody else that you hear or see from or whatever. It's an attachment thing. I get it. You have to be attached to the person's personality, and 9 times out of 10, they don't give a fuck attitude. Regardless of people like you or don't like you, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to sit here and care if you like me or don't like me. That's not going to hurt my feelings. That's not going to put me in some type of situation to where I feel like I need to stop doing what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, if you're not trying to help people, what the fuck are you doing? Even if you're trying to entertain people and you're not really entertaining, what are you doing? It's like people want to focus on the wrong thing to pay attention to, yet when the things that they need to be paying attention to, they choose not to. And then when you know what? I'm not going to say I told you so, but because you're going to always hear that from somebody that don't want to hurt your feelings. I'm one of those people. I will say that because I really don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But I've been talking about precious metals for at least 2 to 3 years, if not more.
I was going to say, I think it's more.
Yeah, it's probably more. Shit. Matter of fact,
it's more.
It's been more, yeah.
Because you was talking about it.
Yeah, I was. Nope, I was talking about gold and silver back.
When you started.
When I first started talking about 6, 7 years ago.
Cryptocurrency, yep.
Oh, by the way, this is getting close to episode 140, if this is not episode 140.
Good golly.
Not to get off subject, but
wow.
Let me verify that with the production team, which
is you.
Yes, me. Hey, y'all. It's not because it's low budget. It's just because I like control. I like to control my shit. This is actually officially episode 139.
Oh.
So next week's episode will be episode 140. But even back then, and me doing my own research and going back and understanding what money is, I would say that. Because going on this quest, you have to really search what's valuable in these tangible assets that people want to acquire.
Right.
And assets that's been around for hundreds of years. And then people want to say gold and silver is like wealthy, what wealthy people buy. And it's like, no, gold and silver is what smart people buy. Because I'm going to tell you like this, as long as the dollar is around, it ain't going to never match what gold and silver is. Period. It's not. It's never going to. Now, people have an opportunity to buy it at cost. I don't think people realize you could buy gold and silver at cost. I mean, yeah, may have people that buy gold and silver, dollar cost average to it, but are they holding it? Are they holding it? What's good? My brother Andre's in the building. What's good, my brother? But are they holding the assets? And it's like, you don't never want to be that person that says, I told you so. You don't never want to be that person that's pointing the finger and said, I bet you wish you would have, right? But if I told you so was a person, what would that person look like when it comes to this? I mean, in this day and age? I think people are not understanding how opportunities can come to you no matter what they look like or how they even are around. But this is the problem. We steer away from opportunities that's going to bless us and go towards opportunities that don't even have anything to do with anything that we're doing. We would rather follow a trend instead of being a trend. To me, being that trend is not somewhat being popular of doing what everybody else is doing. Be a trend of helping people. I mean, now, what's the trend? Hawk 2? That's the trend. That's the trend right now, right? We're Hawk 2 on that thing. Come on, y'all. It's funny as hell. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but I think it's already outlived its moment. It was funny when it happened and for like maybe a couple of days after. But now it's just like,
okay,
this stuff is ridiculous.
I'm going to tell you the reality of this. Just since it's created, it's been like 2 weeks old now, maybe. And reality shows are interested in talking to her now. When they didn't even know who she was.
Nope. Nobody.
And all of a sudden, she just, a video went viral. And her saying, Hawk, you better Hawk 2 on that thing. And people don't, never mind. Some people don't even know what Hawk 2 is and all this other shit. And they have to go for references. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, there's so many things you could say when they say they don't get it. I mean, I'm sure your man ain't getting it if you sitting there asking, I don't get it. Is that wrong? What? Was that wrong?
Thank you for that button. Appreciate that.
Anyway, but the reality that people do not want to admit that they are in is the reality of changing your mindset. Sometimes our mindset needs to be changed, not because we need to fit in. It's because we need to understand and learn something that they not teaching you. Social media ain't teaching you how to, dollar cost average into assets, things that's of value.
Right.
And it's exactly. It's like my brother Andre, he said, let's make building wealth and saving the money only God can create go viral. It has been around for over 5,000 years as money. It's not an investment. It's money.
Right.
It's like, how are you investing in something that is the same that, oh, I see. You're trying to invest $1 to make more dollars. Well, that's the best way to do it. You want a bunch of money babies that you ain't got to pay child support for. You better put it in something that's going to make you money. Gold and silver has been appreciating in value for thousands of years.
Absolutely.
Why are other countries buying it in abundance?
Because they know
Yeah,
the
I was
value.
just my brother. Matter of fact, I'm glad my brother Andre was in here. What was you about to say, babe?
I said because they understand and know the value of it.
Oh no, it's because the value of the dollar is depreciated. Yeah, it's depreciated so much to now people are like stuck in this conundrum of like, okay, my 401k ain't shit, which means my retirement plan, it really ain't gonna be about nothing. Yeah, if you got $1 million, that ain't gonna last you in this economy. You got $1 million put up right now, you ain't gonna last in this economy. I don't care where you live at. $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month. You really want to do this math? You hearing me? $2,000 a month. You gonna do that math?
That's horrible.
Huh?
That's horrible.
What is? What is?
That you just stated, literally, that if you have $1 million in your 401k, that's not going to be enough for you to live off of. Period.
All right. Let's be real. If you have $1 million in your 401k, average median family household income in the United States is what? Can't guesstimate, right?
Right.
So everybody's is different. Let's give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Matter of fact, no. Let me do this. Let's not do that. Let's do average person making $70,000 a year. Average person making $70,000 a year. Living within their means.
Mm-hmm.
Living within their means. And they've been, working this job and been doing everything, getting everything together. They've been in this job for so many years, and now they're in a plateau, getting a promotion that's going to take them into retirement. And that promotion is going to take you into what? I don't know, maybe $85,000 a year. And you haven't saved a dime up until you get to this last place. Or I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We say last 10 years you've been putting into your 401k. Even if you're at $100,000 or $200,000 and you don't have any other investments, that's not enough.
Oh, no, absolutely not.
You got $500,000, ain't enough. And like my brother Andre, me and him have been, I think, on this financial awareness and educational literacy to our people for like the last 6-7 years. I know he's been doing it a lot longer than I have, but we're into the same thing and understand the same thing and pretty much follow and listen to the same people. And I have to say this. Your success is going to be bound by how much you put into something. If you don't put anything in it, a lot of times you're not going to get anything out of it and you're going to get frustrated. If you put a lot into it and you still don't get those results, don't get frustrated, because you got the motivation that a person that's sitting on their ass not doing nothing don't have. They just sitting there expecting results, but ain't putting no effort into it. But when you actually put effort into something, results will happen, because you have to listen. People, when you have facts, silver has appreciated over 33% since January 1st. That's this year, y'all. Has appreciated. That means it went up in value, 33%. Hasn't went down, nothing like that. None of that. Crypto market is down right now. A lot. And guess who's trying to control that?
Uncles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we have to unbind ourselves so that we can understand what is money, What has value? What is it something that I could put my money into? So when the dollar falls off and they go to a controlled central bank system, regardless if it's digital assets, 9 times out of 10 is digital assets, and they're controlling where, well, not really controlling it, but they can see where it's going. How are you going to be able to do the things that most normal people are supposed to do when it comes to take care of their family? It's like you wouldn't be able to do nothing. Every card swipe, they know what you're swiping. They know what you're doing.
Right.
Go over there. He just swiped his card. He bought beer and papers. What the hell is he doing with raw papers? He didn't buy no tobacco. He ain't bought no tobacco on his card at all this year. He on the meth. Go get him. Y'all ain't gonna have to worry about, what was that movie that was that Tom Hanks did?
He's done a lot of movies.
Huh?
He's done a lot of movies.
The one where he was stopping murders, and they would get a murder, like they would get a murder case. These cogs, I think they called them. They would get an inclination that a murder is going to happen at this time, and Tom Cruise had to go through the
Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks?
It was Tom Cruise, and he went through. He was in this building. He went through this like futuristic thing that these cogs come up with. That was future time, to where he can see who the murderer is going to be and stop them before they committed it and put their ass in jail. You was getting ready to commit a murder, and we're going to put you in jail. Why come we couldn't have somebody like that that could see the markets?
Was it Jack Reacher?
No.
No?
No. No, it's not recent. Go back to like 2000s. Check 2000s and start coming up this way.
Collateral?
Mm-mm.
Minority Report.
The Minority Report. There it is. Why come we couldn't have Tom Hanks doing the Minority Report?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. I said Tom Hanks. You got Tom Hanks in my whole head.
Because you said him first.
I said Tom Cruise.
No, you said him first. You said Hanks first.
Tom Cruise. I said Tom Cruise. Anyway, Tom Hanks, Tom Cruise. Shit, it ain't the same person, but damn, they're Tom. And they're both great actors. Anyway, I just don't understand the habits that people choose to have, but continue to complain about not having enough. And then even if you are living within your means, it's still not enough.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I got to get another job to make more money. And then I'm not going to go into that because that goes into a topic that we're going to talk about in Boys of Bourbon. So I'm going to leave that one alone. So what I will say is this. We get in relationships to fill the voids of things that we feel we shouldn't have to do. But it was like when you didn't have the relationship, you was doing those things. So why take the battery cables off? And I'm not saying you're supposed to do that in your relationship. You're supposed to understand what you're getting yourself into, right?
Yeah.
I mean, are we just getting into relationships because we have voids in our hearts and voids in our life to where we feel like we need companionship? Now people want to judge our companionship because it's, boy and girl, or boy and boy, girl and girl, boy and 3 girls and 4 girls. It's like, who cares? If that's how you like to live your life, that's how you like to live your life. But financially, who's responsible? Is there a balance? Is all these different questions. And that's what's driving people to get in these weird relationships. They expect someone to pay for things that they were already paying for. Regardless of who was giving you the money to live the lifestyle you live, you can't expect someone to put you back into that same lifestyle that someone else put you in, that you was never in. now that you're in it, you don't want to leave it. So you got to have somebody that's going to support that experience that you had, that lifestyle that you was never exposed to before. Now somebody has to keep you in that lifestyle because you don't want to go back to what you had before because you didn't have shit, right? But what are you teaching all the other people? They need to do the same thing? Hope to God they get with somebody that got some money to just spend it on them? But then when it comes to a point where that money kind of dwindling because you don't know saving and investing or buying more money or you know, trading in for more money, that to me is a problem. Because we're creating a situation that we're teaching the behaviors of relying on other people instead of getting the bag ourselves and not having to rely on nobody.
Right.
And if you get into a relationship, like I've said this several times on the podcast, you get in a relationship to build your team and to build your, you know, your legacy, you have to be with somebody that's on the same page, not just mentally, socially, spiritually, but financially. All these things that are wrapped up into the whole experience of being married goes with a lot of things. Goes with a lot of things. So let's go into the comments. My brother Andre has a comment, and he says, all the central banks that print paper money out, all the central banks print money out just out of thin air. Tells us to put our dollars in the bank, while they bank have traded more dollars for gold and silver in 2023 and 2024 than they have done in human history. These facts are simply mind-blowing to think about. I mean, except for our Federal Reserve. Our Federal Reserve ain't bought no gold or silver. They just been printing the hell out of money.
Yeah, he also stated precious metals are the canary in the coal mine when it comes to inflation and geopolitical turmoil. Silver has appreciated over 33% just since January 1st, 2024.
Right. I had said that last sentence. I had said that too, yeah. It's amazing because a lot of times gold and silver has been neglected because they wanted to raise the value of the dollar outside of war and everything else. Then here came some oil. Oh, we can't attach it to precious metals. We can do it to oil reserves, right? That shit didn't work out. And then it's like, oh, we can do it to crypto. How the hell are you going to attach a deflating currency to something that, bro, the people control that. Stop. Get your feet out the fire. And then it's like you revert back to countries are reverting back to buying gold and silver because it's actual money and the value of it is just ridiculous. And people don't realize that silver is about to explode. Gold is always hitting all-time highs. But silver is about to explode. And when it does, people are going to be on that last truck moving.
Dangling off the back end of the truck.
Dangling off the back end of the truck. Talking about,
wait for me.
I can get it for $24, but man, I have to wait. All right. Let a couple years go by and you can be like, bruh, you said 71? Man, shit. What are you talking about? I talked to you like 2.5 years ago. It was a 24. Yeah, you're right. Well, you got to figure it out then, because this price keep going up and it's going to keep going up. Well, how you doing? You don't need to ask me how I'm doing. You see my post? I post my situations. I post what I get. And guess what? I'm going to start doing on my podcast too. I'm going to start posting and showing what I get and telling y'all how y'all can get yours. So anybody follows Andre Little, you need to start following them. And if you have any questions when it comes to purchasing precious metals, you can get in contact with myself or my brother Andre Little. Please make sure you let us know how you found out about this information so that we can get you in the right direction and get you taken care of or whatever your need is. Precious metals, to be able to buy them at cost is ridiculous. Yes, you can buy your precious metals at Costco. No, why? You can get it cheaper. You can get it cheaper. People will say, well, I'll just go to Costco and do it. Okay. And then when it's a cheaper route of you being able to physically get your gold, and it could be shown that you can get it cheaper, I think I would go in that direction to, be able to do it that way and maximize the amount.
I was just going to say, you can get more bang for your buck.
Right, and maximize the amount that I can get than to sit around and just be like, I'm just going to go what's convenient, where this is convenient as well. Completely convenient. So let's get out of here and get out of this conversation of I told you so, because
I told you so.
I did.
All right. Have a phenomenal rest of your week, y'all. Please, 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 if you're on the East Coast and you in this heat, stay cool, stay cool, stay cool.
Facts.
I am about to go get into the rest of the cool portion of the house, so I'm out.
Yeah, most definitely. It is about that time. Exactly, and the precious metal delivered directly to your home or office, no matter what. So, with that being said, I am getting ready to hit the bricks and get take care of some situations that I need to take care of, like this heat in my house with my hot computer being disrespectful, spitting this hot air. It's terrible. But I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. It's another Tuesday edition of That's What I Said. We come to y'all straight direct on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Follow us on all social medias. That's What I Said. Or listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. That's What I Said is owned and operated by That's What I Said LLC. And we up out of here like 2 combs and some hair grease. We just twisted it up because it's tight. Let's go. We out.
Thanks for listening to another episode of That's What I Said with Cedric Sanders. Make sure to like and subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.
Bitch, what?
That's what he said with Cedric D. Sanders.
Dumbass!